So today's trade should have been caught by all of you. Let's go through it. Let's see what it looks like. How did I bag $505 per account per all my accounts on June the 19th of 2025? What to look out for, how to take this trade, and how to make money. Okay. And the most simplest possible way. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to break it down from the hour to the 15 minute to the 5 minutes to the 1 minute. So all of you can kind of see what you should be looking at higher timeframes, and then how to essentially tag a trade like this in the future. Okay. So before I close off this picture here on the bottom left, this is my trade from Top Step. Again, my entry time, exit time, entry prices, all information there on essentially my actual execution of the trade. Again, very happy with it. And hence me creating this video to share with all of you that you guys should have caught it just like I did. So let's start here with the top left. Okay. This is the 1 hour NASDAQ chart. And there's really one thing I want you to get out of this is the key level that has been glaring at me for the past couple of days. And it's this relative equal low on the 1 hour. Okay. Low 1 is on June the 5th and low 2 is on June the 12th. They're relatively equal. They're the exact same price. And ultimately, what is that? It's a draw on liquidity based on ICT's concepts. So opening up at 9:30, we were below this week's new week opening gap. And ultimately, we had these relative equal lows right below. It's just saying, hello, please take me, free money. Okay. And now let's look at the top right chart, which is the 15-minute chart. And you can see here, again, a very similar story where price is bouncing around the new week opening gap, and it finally breaks below it right before the open. And as it's opening, there's a fair value gap that forms inside of the lower quadrant of the new week opening gap. Price reaches into it, doesn't pass the midpoint, at least from a closure perspective. And right at 9:30, it starts tanking towards the level, the relative equal lows. Okay. So here's kind of hint 2 on the 15-minute chart. You've broken below key support being a new week opening gap. We punch back into it. Fair value gaps are forming. Bodies aren't crossing the mean thresholds of fair value gaps. If you don't know what I mean by that, got some studying to do. And price essentially raced to the bottom right after the 9:30 open. Okay, let's add some more clues onto taking this trade. On the 5-minute chart, bottom right, we've got price, again, creating a very similar story where fair value gaps are being formed, price reaching to the mean thresholds of them and essentially collapsing them. You can see here, price has done this pretty effectively as of 7 a.m. in that morning. It was still in the new week opening gap. And again, it's creating order flow, bearish order flow to the downside. So price goes up, takes out relative equal highs, drops lower, comes into a fair value gap twice, drops lower, creates another fair value gap. And then right then, this was essentially a hint, a clue, market tipping its hand saying, hey, it's going to drop lower, most likely take a trade. Okay. So 5-minute, again, lining up with the 1 hour, the 15-minute and the 5. Going to the final chart, the 1 minute, the execution chart, at least the way I trade and a lot of other traders trade, is seeing what price is doing right before and right after 9:30. So you can see right at 9:30, price failed to break into the RTH gap, relative trading hours gap, which is this blue box here. And all that is yesterday's close, today's open. And price just started rocketing right down. It created its first fair value gap within the first 3 minutes or 2 minutes of market open. And that is going to be the best possible time to take that trade, anticipating that that green bar there, that first presentation fair value gap doesn't get breached to the upside, and price is going to be hunting its relative equal low. So you can see here, price just dropped like a rock straight to relative equal lows. And the entire trade duration was 14 minutes. Very quick for, again, $500 across all my accounts being 2.5K. So I think it's a very simple and easy trade. Look for these signatures, relative equal lows, especially on higher time frames. Try to take all your charts and make sure that they're all kind of painting the same story, that the 1 hour is showing the same signs as the 15-minute, and that's aligning with the 5-minute, and then you start executing on the 1 minute. That's where you get your high probability setups and trades, and that's when you'll start seeing your risk reward and your strike rate slowly going up the moment you start using multiple time frame analysis. And again, this is a quick recap of today's short for NASDAQ for June the 19th of 2025. And on that note, if you enjoyed it, feel free to like this video, and see you on the next one.